Yeah, we're live for once, guys. Do we have any
You're putting it on
viewers?
Instagram, Haley?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sweet.
How do I see if we have viewers? Oh no, I see. Never mind. We have none. It really doesn't matter.
Let me know when.
We're live,
Okay.
but she's posting right now. Not yet. Not yet.
Oh my gosh.
Haley,
Okay.
move out of the way real quick. Sorry.
No, she's gonna take a picture.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I meant like stand to your. Sorry, my bad.
Do you want me to do it on your phone for you so you can make photos or no? I will. It's okay. I'll let you do it. It's probably easy that way. I'm gonna beat you up, child.
I'm literally 28.
Yeah, I was like, anyone in the room?
Did you vote on my poll?
I didn't even see
Everybody go vote. Sorry.
you have one person.
It's Tabor.
Oh.
Okay. The link is on our Instagram.
Okay.
Are we good? Any last objections?
I'm happy.
Coach.
Yeah.
Go women. Come on in.
For the last time, we'll bring our members of the jury. Ava. Aiden. Laurie. Ivan. Carly. Chris. And Michael. Okay, a season that started with 18 Brain, Brawn, and Beauty members has now finished with 2 Brawn and 1 Brain. Jury, you will ask any questions or statements that you need to clarify on who you will be voting for. Ava, you get started.
Wait, don't we start with opening?
Opening
Oh,
start.
sorry.
I'll start a 2-minute timer on my phone. Whoever starts will, like, it'll go reverse for closing speeches.
Okay. Dina, you can start.
Okay. When this game started, I really did not know a lot about Survivor. I didn't walk in like with alliances or anything. I mean, I knew people on those games and stuff, but I didn't really like understand the concept. But I started to understand how the game really functions socially, strategically, and psychologically. So a lot of you like thought I was just like dumb and loud and annoying, which I am, but not to that extent. I was definitely overdoing it for the simple fact that I made myself like easy to eliminate, and it worked to get to this point, and everybody used me as a scapegoat. Unfortunately, you were kind of at the end of that, which I'm sorry, but I did play psychologically. Everybody saw it, like I made myself look weak, but in reality, I just kind of played the game in a more mindful way. And in a game like this, like bigger threats get taken out early. Aiden was really good at the game, especially at the challenges. Chris was also really good at games. He also got lucky with his, I forget what it's called, but
A minute left.
also really good, made it to the end. He was eliminated because everybody was scared that he would beat them, obviously. Ava, also really good, but was a threat to another big threat. Nobody came after me because I didn't make myself a threat, so I didn't win a lot of challenges. But I did play the game in a way that I made it this far by just being dumb. I was way too busy focusing on threats than to focus on somebody that was actually just
30 seconds left.
But yeah, that's it.
I'm a big fan of Survivor. I think I told a lot of you that when I started. But I am the last member of the Brain Tribe. I went from the absolute worst tribe to the final 3. I was constantly approached for alliances. I never had to rely on idols or advantages. And I knew who the threats were, and I had a type 3 of Carly and Maya. And that was the form after my number 1 got voted out, Ava, which I honestly think was the best thing to happen to my game. When I created a tight alliance with Maya, we soon went after threat, starting with obviously Chris and Aiden, and then Amaya. It was stressful for sure. Oh, but I obviously wasn't winning a lot, but then I won the last 2 immunities to guarantee me a spot here. And
1 minute left.
I knew someone who had a really good shot of beating me, and so I went to Maya, even though we had already decided Athena, and said we should vote out Carly. I'm really sorry, Carly, but I honestly think if you were sitting here, you would have won this whole game. So again, I went after you, but I was only ever on the wrong side of the vote once, and that was with Ava. Every other time I voted with the majority. I always had somewhat of a say. And I built trust, and I was tied for the most immunity wins this whole season. And I only had my name written down at 2 tribal councils. That's it.
So I want to start off by saying I had so much fun, genuinely had so much fun playing this game with you guys. I feel like I made a personal connection with each and every one of you in some way, shape, or form, no matter if you were voted off earlier in the day or not. So I just want to list off some reasons why I think you should vote for me. My first, I was the only person in the final 3, I guess, in the entire game who was never voted for one time. My name was not written one singular time. And I think that should show you guys that I worked this game strategically enough to where I was able to use my social abilities and my social connections to secure my spot all the way up to the final 3, even though I was not the best at the challenges. That's why I think the social game was my foundation for this. I think that, and I do genuinely like all of you, no matter what. So, and I was loyal to my number 1 Kennedy and Carly until the very end. You know, it's the
1 minute
game.
left.
I knew that Carly, had the idol. I didn't say that to anybody, and I kept it a secret for her. And I also, some strategic moves I made, I got Kaylin out when she had the idol. I convinced Amari and Carly that we should do that. We secured the vote, got her out. We got an idol out before the merge for all of us. So I found an extra vote this morning, and I didn't use it at all until I literally had to secure Michael leaving for my alliances. I flushed Chris's shot in the dark, before he was eliminated. I could have gone to the end with Carly, and I do love you so much, and I could have, but I had to make this most strategic move for me, because that's how we do it in the game. But anyways, that's why I think you should definitely go for me. That's just why.
And they'll have 1 minute and 30 to respond.
All right, so my question for you guys is about strategy. Specifically, I didn't get to see much of your strategy in the game, seeing as we were only in the merger for 1 round together. So I'd like to hear about that. I feel like from you and I were day 1, I know you would have turned on me if you had a moment's notice, but I want to hear about your strategy with social game. And I want to hear mostly about your strategy with like how you presented yourself.
So for my strategy, I really was trying to play it as I went, because you never know who you really can trust, obviously. And I didn't know if anybody was going to turn on me at any point, and they didn't. So I was just trying to build a really strong foundation of 2-3 people, and then it would just get smaller and smaller. And then as more people got voted off, I would adapt to that to see who I wanted to become closer and closer with. It was kind of push and pull strategy for me.
I kind of told you when we were on Brain, I wanted my social game to be approachable. I told you I wanted us to be the swing votes, but honestly, if you looked like you were going to beat me, I was going to vote you out. That's just how I am. I was approachable. I think most people up here at least talked to me once about what they wanted to do. I mean, even Aiden talked to me pre-merge saying he wanted to worship with me. And so I was very open, keeping my options open as well, without feeling like I betrayed people constantly, even though I kind of did, because people still came back and wanted to work with me again.
I presented myself the way that I did because obviously the stronger you look, the less of a threat, and then I was just cracking on to make it easier for other people to get to the end. And I think that it worked very well when I sat here because nobody saw me as a threat. Everybody else got votes. I only got voted until the end because I was scared.
All right, thank you.
me something another candidate did / said that would make me and everyone else not want to vote for them.
Athena, we'll start with you.
I mean, nothing that wasn't admitted in speeches, honestly. I would have to think on that, but other than that, I mean, honestly, just the Carly stuff, it made everybody feel really bad. Like, I even immediately said I felt bad seeing Michael. Well, I did. I felt bad for Michael.
Thanks.
I don't know, it's kinda hard, but I mean, not to like dog on you, but she asked to go home 3 times. So we never asked to go home once, we constantly fought.
Yeah, also, not to dog on you, Athena, but she wants to get pizza, so. Like, I don't think she even, love you. She was like, let's get to me and, Carly and Ken, she was like, just take Michael out so that next time you can vote me out so I can go get pizza. So.
That, yeah, she quite literally said bring me
She
along so
literally
you
said,
guys
"Bring me
can
along
be
so
the
you guys
fight."
can vote me
She
out and
did
get
say
pizza."
that.
But we didn't get the chance to, but she's here. Not, sorry, decent level.
Still got here. So,
Alright.
Hi ladies, you guys should be very proud of yourselves. I'm very proud of you guys. Athena, perspective discussion is gonna be for you. But you two kind of did dog on Athena, so I want you two to dog on each other. I don't really view you guys as like the big drivers of this game, so prove to me that you had more influence on this game more than the other.
I think I went to you first for a lot of the things, like with your vote. I came to her first, and I was like, do we want to? And it was like, no, let's not. And then Carly came around and agreed with me. I did talk to you beforehand, before you talked to Carly, because we talked first, and then she told me no, and then you guys came back and decided to vote for you. I also feel like with immunities, like I kind of, near the end, I kind of had to make some choices, obviously, but obviously we were obviously 1 and 2, so we kind of played a similar game as well.
Yeah, I would say there were multiple times where there was somebody that I really wanted to be taken out that eventually got taken out because I was going to everybody and, you know, people that were on the fence, like, for example, sorry Chris, like, I wanted you out, and so anybody who was on the fence about voting you out, I kind of was like, we need to go for this person. And then if somebody was, and just not just that example, there were multiple examples of times where everybody didn't really want to know, didn't really decide what to do, and what I wanted happened.
Can I say something for your vote though? You were the only name I ever heard from anybody when that happened. There was no other discussion that was brought to me, and honestly, for a lot of the discussions went through the voting, nobody really gave me anything.
Because the other option is you.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, so.
unfortunately, why would you say, okay?
Well, thank you ladies,
I don't know.
congratulations.
If I
You came when you spoke. I
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I know, I was almost crying. I was like, oh wait, like, we're good, love y'all. I think you guys all did amazing. And low key, like, with some of your speeches, like, I definitely, like, I think I came in wanting to vote for someone, and now I do think, like, with your opening speeches, I could be open to any 3 of you guys. Definitely discussions to have. But yeah, but I feel like you guys did a lot of following. Can you please tell me one move that you planned and carried out? Whoever wants to start.
I'll start. One move that I planned and carried out was to go to the finals with Kennedy. I decided that I was gonna do that this morning, the first round, first time we were at camp. I went all the way through with it, we were loyal to each other, and even at times that we could have betrayed each other, we did not. And I stayed loyal to her until, you know, I thought it would be best for my game to go against Carly, who I also really trusted and was loyal to all the way up until the end, all the way up.
I think mine was Carly. I came to her as we wanted an open discussion, apparently. I was not down for an open discussion, so I said I was pulling around individually. I talked to her first, and I go, and she goes, Athena, and I go, Carly's gonna beat us both. And I said, I am writing down Carly. I said, are you down for it? And she said yes. And then I went and I talked to Carly, and I'm sorry, but I lied to your face. I was like, we're chilling, Athena is it, we're good. Because I didn't want her to go and keep scheming. And then they both went for a chat, and I sat there with Athena, and I go, hey, I think I'm writing down Carly. And at first she didn't believe me, and I told but it's okay. I told her it was really happening, and I gave her a little nod before tribal, and we went that way.
Just talking about leaving all the time, it worked because everybody just kept me around because it was just easy to just, oh, we can vote her out when it's ready.
Wait, low key, like with her, did you actually ever work at Farm?
Yes.
Oh.
I do have a job.
Never mind. But definitely, like, I will say to Athena's benefit, like at least yesterday was like part of like you setting. Wait, I could just be making a move for you. You're welcome. Was part of you like keep moving the time that you had to leave part of it at all?
Little bit. I did keep
Okay.
texting my manager 30 more minutes, just
Okay.
trying to get to a point where I knew that it was okay for it to break off. And then I'd still have a chance today, and then I realized oh wait, me leaving, because yesterday when we were in those teams, it was like, oh, Athena, just stay so we can vote you out so we can all stay. And I was like, okay, wait, so today I came in and I'm like, yeah, pizza, oh, I wanna go home, like I'm so tired, all this other stuff. It worked, because like I just was able to constantly move around so that people would just, oh, we can vote her out when we want it.
I'll pass on that's the second question, but thank you guys all for your answers.
Okay, first I just wanted to do a little bit of clarifying, especially for the jury with the Amari vote. I think me and Maya very much led that. That was something we decided on together, and she did come to you first, or you went to her and she said no, but she told me that she planned that because we weren't positive we were bringing you in on the Amari vote. So that was very much orchestrated, and we planned to talk to you first, and then, or I talked to you. Basically, she knew about it before you, and it was very much led by the both of us.
And I also just do a timeout before that too, because at that point you guys had already told me about all your stuff. So you guys
Yeah,
told
but we didn't,
Okay.
we didn't know if we were bringing you in yet. We were 100% locked in on Amari. So, but it's kind of similar to the other questions, but also clarification, were you planning on going with me to the end, or did she switch her? She switched.
It was
switched
like
you?
literally 2 seconds before
Okay.
we just did that vote.
So like I feel like, no offense, I feel like I brought a lot of the names to you guys. Is there anything that maybe from earlier in the game that you can say that you thought of and you executed well?
Caitlin, Caitlin, we were on the fence about that, but I do think that getting that idol out and stuff, that was because I pushed for it. Donovan as well, I don't know if you remember.
Yeah.
Oh, Donovan.
Yeah.
I definitely pushed for that a lot, and he was voted out because of me.
I would say that was definitely me and Amari because there was 2 different alliances, and I was pulled into both the guys' alliance and the girls' alliance. So it was
yes.
very much.
Okay, yeah. No, I think you're, yeah.
No,
you're
but
right.
I do agree with the Caitlin thing. So.
Okay, yeah. Chris, and
Yeah.
I low-key, they can disagree with me, but I think I low-key kind of decided all the people for the Brain Tribe. I went first, everyone wanted Brandon, and I go, hey, what happens if his shot in the dark works? And then it did, so we already had a plan on that. And then obviously, you guys don't know this, but Malik was after, he promised Brandon, he's like, no, you won your shot in the dark, you're chilling, like you're safe. And as soon as he walked away, I go, no, he's not, he's going home. And then he went home, and then Malik right after, same exact thing, he went home. And then we obviously tried to swarm.
I didn't really have to make any decisions about people to vote off because I just made it seem like I wanted to leave. So I didn't have to start like drawing
congratulations, guys. You did a great job. You should have already answered it.
Hey, congrats on making it to the final three. I think that's awesome. I just have one simple question. So, the winner of this is gonna get a crisp $100 bill, correct? If you had to split that money with anyone in the cast, 50-50, who would you choose?
Carly.
Ava. Honestly, I think a couple people did deserve a better shot. I think a lot of you were smart, but I would probably split it with Michael out of the two that I had in mind. Just because he made it really far, he definitely deserved a better chance. And yes, if you were being ganged on by those 4 girls, so.
Michael finishes off.
To me, first off, congratulations. You all did incredible. I'm really happy that you guys are in the final three. Strategy doesn't mean anything to me. For the most part, I really did use strategy. Maybe with Ava and getting rid of Aiden's 2 idols and hiding the fact that me and Chris were friends way before this. I feel like a lot of the time when you're actually performing, it's all about what you do in the moment and how you adapt. And even then, I still didn't really do all that much. So I'm not gonna bore you guys with any like long and thoughtful question. What's your favorite topping for pizza?
Oh, this is Athena's question.
Athena, you start.
I love margarita pizza, but it has to be fresh basil.
That's so valid.
Pepperoni. Classic.
I like prosciutto.
Okay, jury members, thank you for your speeches. Before we will vote, you all will be giving your concluding speeches. Anything that you want to say that hasn't been said yet. Maya, we'll start with you.
Okay. So, just reiterating again, I was never a target, I was never ganged up on, I was never voted for, and I think that should show I really, really, really was dedicated to this game, and my dedication only grew as my confidence grew, and my confidence grew as a result of you guys, and just having fun and building relationships with you guys, because I really did. I've explained how I've made moves and which people I've gone out, which people I, didn't. I made strategic moves against, and eventually you have to start voting your friends out, which sucks. But at the end of the day, I think that I've shown that I've dedicated a lot of time and energy and effort into this, and I never gave up, never wanted to go home, never asked to go home. Even when it got hard and I was tempted to, I still was like, no, I'm in the game. I'm going to get to the final 3. I'm going to get there. And I did.
1 minute left.
And, I own my decision with Carly. But I think just something like that, I'm showing you guys, I do love Carly so much. I was supposed to go to the final with her, but my dedication to the game and winning the game overrode that. And it was the hardest decision I made. And I'm really dedicated to this. So that's just my 2 cents.
I didn't write anything down because I forgot, but I played hard. I really did. I know you guys think I was a follower, but I really did play hard. I was talking to everyone. I got myself here. I really did. My last 2 immunities, I actually fought my way to the end. I was constantly talking to people. I know you guys didn't know Steve. I literally started at the worst possible start. I know that it's hard to be picking, but I really think that I played a really strong game. I played hard. I sometimes think that if your name isn't thrown out there and your name isn't written down, you're not playing hard enough. Because if you're just skating by, you're not a threat.
Honestly, I kind of controlled how people were perceiving me, obviously, because I kind of just looked like a bimbo running around. But, I did, I outlasted, and I ended up making it here. I turned like my underestimation into an advantage at the end of the day. And I was just seen as like just like, again, like I've said it a bunch of times, but just like a scapegoat. And I think that because I didn't have to verbally face to face manipulate anybody into voting for certain people to get my way here, I think that's a good strength of that. So that's all I have to say. And I had a lot of fun playing with you guys. And I'm looking like all like talk outside of Survivor.
Okay, finalists, jury, thank you for what I think everyone would agree was an amazing season. When you go to cast your vote, the name you are writing down is who you think should win this game. So either Athena, Kennedy, or Maya. If you vote for either of them, the one you vote for is who you think should win this game. For the last
Charlie.
time, it is time to
this
vote.
one.
Do you know something? Okay, no.
You take
For this one.
Well, you'll have a second to vote anyway, so we'll go down the line if you vote.
Not this one, no.
If anyone's
Do you wanna say that the live will be back in like 10?
Yeah.
If it's your
We're
turn,
gonna start the live back in 10 after the votes have been